All right, howdy. So this is another old tape machine I'm working on, and it's another great example of, this is kind of half mechanical and half not. There's three motors in this machine. There is one up here driving the capstan, and there is one behind each of these reel tables. This is an interesting machine because there's no actual hold down mechanism, but you've got a pin, kind of like what you see on the JH24 and the APR24. And then somebody has modified these hold down stoppers to actually screw onto the spindles to hold it on. So that's interesting. The one belt in the whole machine, and I'm not going to change it because it looks like it's in great shape and it's got a tensioner, is this one here, which looks to be some kind of, it's not rubber, it's like some kind of phenolic material. And I'm just kind of in here oiling stuff up where it looks like it needs to get oiled up and so forth. But just to show you how it works, this dead man switch here for the tape on the take-up, or on the supply side, is what spins the capstan motor. And I'm going to go ahead and rig it so that it stays on through my ingenious use of a rubber band, because that is how you make all the rest of the transport buttons work. This one's got to be working first. This is the switch that does it. So this is just on. That is play. Okay, so you can see there is some motion going from both sides of this thing here. This has a little bit of a brake on it, but the only thing that's a little bit alarming about this, you see there's not a lot of force needed to stop these. They're kind of on brakes, but I think most of the propulsion comes from going underneath the pinch roller through the capstan here. But you hit stop. It's a very loud mechanical transport. Here's fast forward, and in that one, this one goes really fast, and this one basically has no brakes on it at all. Stop again, go into rewind, and the other motor does the same thing. This motor here, I haven't decided if it's enough to worry about yet, but you notice there's a little bit of a wobble to that one versus this one, which spins pretty much directly and free. These motors are available. So, I mean, if I had to, I could replace it. It doesn't seem to affect the playback of it at all. It's just a little bit concerning to me that it moves as much as it does. So I just wanted to show the inside of this thing while I had it apart. It is right now, a 3-head machine. You take this off, and you can see the erase head, the playback head, or the record head, and the playback head. You can get, and you see the wiring's all here already. I have not found one. This is a stereo head, so it's actually 4-track, 1/4 inch. And you actually can get a 2-track head here, so a 1/2 track each side. When you push play, I don't know if you noticed, this guides the tape up into play here. And the rollers, there are no rollers except for, the capstan and this thing here. So everything comes around off this roller here. So there's no kind of a scrape roller here, which is what I call this, or scrape guide, which is what I call it when it runs under just kind of a sharp piece of metal. I never like that much. So this seems like it's a pretty easy on the tape transport, even though it's loud. As you hear when you go into play, it's really makes a lot of noise. But I think a couple of things are going on there. You can see that wobble on the supply side. I think there's a couple things going on. You see this thing, hear this thing slam into place, and yeah, that's what that noise is. It's this thing jumping up and down. So, and it's mechanical buttons. They cancel each other out, so you can't do too much too suddenly on this thing. I'm used to on some of my machines where these are solenoids, not actually pushing buttons, just kind of fast forward play, and that will kind of ease you up to the point where you want to be, so you're not stopping so suddenly. But that's all there is to it. I just wanted to show it while I had it open, and it looks like if I did need to replace that belt, it wouldn't be such a huge deal. Just would need to get it around this thing here, which is okay, and then over here and under this tensioner. So anyway, that's it. Analog tape machine fun for today. See ya.